Good evening, everyone. I am Jenna Nimzik, the president of the class of 2023. I welcome you all to the 37th Annual Awards Night as we celebrate the achievements of our class at Blackstone Millville Regional High School. At this time, please stand if you are able and remove your caps to join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. At this time, the national anthem will be performed by our classmate, Rory Haggerty.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the booms bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I would now like to welcome our principal, Mrs. Jill Fowlis, who is our Master of Ceremonies this evening.
I like that. That's got a nice ring to it. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our continued celebration for this beautiful class of 2023. This morning, they were treated like rock stars at all of the schools, having the children cheer for them with posters and high fives, and it was a really very special moment to see, particularly with some of our interns who spend a lot of time there, all the love and support from the teachers and the students and the staff there. We have one more rehearsal and then the big day tomorrow. It's been really rewarding to see everyone together, particularly since a good portion of our crew was on internships. So I'm glad that you've been enjoying yourself, because I certainly have been. And you're going to hear me tomorrow, so I'm not going to say anything much more. But I want to welcome everybody to the awards presentation this evening. We will be calling up a number of our students, and I think one of the things you'll notice is the love and support that they share, honoring all of each other, because they really are that one class of 2023. So go Chargers. At this point, we're going to kick it off with our superintendent, Dr. Jason DeFalco.
Good evening, everybody. It's so great to be here. It's wonderful to be celebrating the many accomplishments of our soon-to-be graduates. But before we get started with that, I just would like to send a few quick thank yous to some really important people that helped get all of this organized for this evening. Also, are a big part of tomorrow evening's graduation as well. Firstly, I would like to personally thank our principal, Ms. Fowlis, and assistant principal, Mr. Ducharme. They really know how to celebrate our graduates. So if we give them a big round of applause. I also would like to thank our senior class advisors, Ms. Breen and Ms. Pellin. You want to give a wave? Not so much of a wave. Also to some of the folks behind the scenes that we don't see doing all of the hard work necessary to make this come together tonight. Joe Mullally, Paul Avila. Oh, they're over here somewhere. Thank you, folks. Linda Salome and Tina Poirier. They're not here, I don't believe. Tina's here. Where's Tina? Okay, she's out there somewhere. We'd like to say a big thank you to both of them as well, because they really do help get this whole event organized. And it takes, as you can imagine, it takes months of planning and preparation. So a big shout out and thank you to all of them, and of course to all of our staff and families who are here this evening. And with that, students, I'm going to ask you a series of questions, but before we jump into that, I would like you to look out into the audience, look around, find a friendly face, a face of a loved one, a parent, a guardian, a friend, someone that is here to support you this evening. Give them a big wave, because without them, you would not be here. Without their love, support, their care, it would have been so much harder for you to make it to this stage. We all deserve a champion, and I can tell very clearly that you each have many in your corner that helped you get to where you are today. And with that, I'm going to ask, as I mentioned, a few questions in class of 23. I'm going to ask you to stand and just remain standing as I go through this series of questions. The first is, if you've ever participated in a school club, please just stand and stay standing. Ever participated in a school club? If you've ever participated in at least one BMR athletic team. If you ever played on a sports team for the town. If you've ever worked a job while attending BMR. If you've ever played an instrument. If you've ever volunteered in any capacity to give back to our community. If you had family obligations that prevented you from doing any of those things because you had to care for a loved one or babysit a sibling, which I guess would be the same as caring for a loved one, but if you're an older sibling, it may not feel that way. If you've ever taken a BV Excel course, if you've ever taken a college course while attending BMR. So to our families and friends, I want you to take a look around and notice that I believe just about every single student standing in front of us is here tonight, not only having accomplished 4 years of challenging curriculum, classwork, homework, projects, tests, quizzes, and of course we know endless amounts of teenage angst. As a parent of 2 teens, I totally get it. But look at what they've accomplished outside the classroom. And so while tonight we're going to honor and celebrate certain pieces of scholarship, academic scholarship, I do want it to be mentioned that we are a school system that celebrates all students, that has worked really hard to create a school system that works for everybody. And clearly standing in front of us is a class of graduates, soon-to-be graduates, that have done many things to contribute outside the classroom. So how about a big round of applause, and folks, you can sit. Students, think about the fact that you've been running this relay race for the past 12-ish years. And while we celebrate your accomplishments with our high school staff, many of which that are here, and I'm sure there'll be even more tomorrow, and rightfully so, it's also important to remember that this journey started for you long ago and has spread across multiple schools, and for some of you, multiple towns and communities. And when you think back and look back, and I had a chance to see you today at the complex, and so some of you had a chance to see your former teachers, and I loved the students having the little rulers with a lot of your faces cut out on them and cheering you on. That was fantastic. But when you think back, I hope you remember fondly the adults that have helped you along this journey. And parents, I can say to you, one of the greatest pieces of work that I get to do, one of the greatest pieces of being a superintendent, is getting to watch your children grow over such an extended period of time. See, the school staff have an opportunity to get them for just that snapshot. But in our system, there's very few of us, and I'm one of them, that actually gets to see them grow year over year over year over year. And I can share that this particular class, I met when they were in 8th grade. And so for me, it's really powerful to see them sitting here tonight on the precipice of graduating. And seeing the growth is just so astounding. And I know students that many of you probably, I'm just the guy that shows up in your class once in a while. You're not really sure who I am. I can tell you that I've been watching you very carefully over the past 5 years and watching you grow as students, watching you grow academically, social, emotionally, behaviorally, on the fields, at your marching band competitions, in your clubs, talking to your parents. And honestly, it has been such a gift to be able to do that, so thank you. I asked Ms. Pellin and Ms. Breen to just share with me a couple of remarks as your advisors. And it's interesting because I asked them collectively in the same email, but they responded to me separately, which was kind of neat because they said to me separately the same thing, which is really amazing, right? So, like, I'm assuming one didn't know what the other one was going to say, although maybe they did. But they both commented on your resiliency as a class. They also commented on the fact that you don't always necessarily mesh and gel, and you have various different friend groups within this class, but that you look out for one another, you support one another, and that there is this sense of belonging that really resonated with them as your advisors. And I want to call that out because that's hard to find, and I'm really glad that you all found it with each other. As we saw and heard at senior signing day, and if you had a chance to listen to our last Charger Nation podcast, a huge shout out to our kids that were on there, it was fantastic. You would have seen and heard that we have students entering into the workforce. We have students going into 2-year schools, 4-year schools. We have a student that is going into the active armed forces. Some are taking a gap year to kind of think it through and figure it all out, so that they can make the best decision for themselves and their families. These students are aspiring nurses, law enforcement officials, construction workers, interpreters, which I thought was incredibly unique and very cool. We have individuals that are studying to be in the fields of industrial design, biology, communications, media and web design, sports management, administrative assisting, the arts, environmental sciences, and policy. Like kids that are thinking through these really big issues that are in front of us today and looking to pursue careers that will help us and workforce pathways that will help us solve them. Some of our graduates are going into the fields of welding and other trades, education, hospitality, and even studying aviation. And through all of that and all of the work that is still to come, all of the things that you will be, students, I am certain, 100% certain, without a shadow of a doubt, that you will all be Chargers for life. As you move forward from Charger Nation, please know that we are always here for you. Please know that you are loved. Please know that we believe in you, and sometimes you're going to have to believe and others' belief in you until your own kicks in, because sometimes that takes a little bit. Life can be hard. It can be unfair at times. And in those times, you need to lean on one another, your loved ones, your relationships. Dig deep, find that inner strength, lean into that discomfort, but always know, as I've heard Mrs. Fowler say repeatedly, you got this. So congratulations, class of 23. Thank you for the honor of serving you as your superintendent of schools. And with that, I would like to read to you the Senate proclamation. The official citation reads, "Be it known that the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to the Blackstone Millville Regional High School class of 2023 in recognition of your graduation from BMR after many years of perseverance and hard work. Congratulations."
As Master of Ceremonies, I'd like to begin by calling Sergeant First Class Travis Jackson to the podium. As Dr. DeFalco mentioned, we have one of our students going into active military duty for the U.S. Army, so if Riley Laban could please join us at the podium. The next awards are for our top 10 members of the class of 2023. Tori Gervais. Madison Gaudette. Reno Coretta. Emily Healy. Jenna Nimzik. Natalia Zerwanka. Abigail Marino. Kaylee Bell. Hunter Lockwood Letourneau. And Sierra Grabowski. I have the pleasure of awarding our Scholastic Awards for our valedictorian and our salutatorian, who will wear this medal tomorrow. Valedictorian, Tori Gervais.
Thank you so much.
Good, I'm a hugger. And Madison Gaudette. We're all glistening, it doesn't really matter, right? The next award is very special to me. It is our Unsung Hero Award. This was a no-brainer, and I am pleased to announce that when you think of if you think of an unsung hero, it's somebody who does something and doesn't expect anything back, who just does something because it's who they are, and they give so much. And so this year's Unsung Hero Awards go to Aiden Osborne, and Anthony Giroux. And I would like to call Mr. Ducharme to the podium to complete the next section of the academic awards.
You have it. Good evening. Let me apologize for the glare. I did put some sunscreen on, so if it's really shiny, it's not because I had it waxed like the kids thought. At this time, I'd like to welcome up Mrs. Hillary Roadburge from the English Department to present the Excellence in English Award.
I did lower it for you, yes.
As English teachers, it's one of our greatest joys to work with students who genuinely enjoy the subject of English and literature. The Excellence in English Award recognizes a student who goes above and beyond the expected standards of English language arts, demonstrates finely tuned analytical abilities, and possesses an authentic passion for reading and writing. This student, while earning high marks, is not solely motivated by the grade, rather their effort and enthusiasm stems from their own curiosity and pursuit of knowledge. The recipient of this year's Excellence in English Award is one of the most dedicated and hardworking students. She has consistently challenged herself, taking both AP Language and AP Literature, while also enrolling in a second English elective during her senior year. Her intellect is unparalleled. She is an inquisitive student who exhibits a love for reading, attention to detail, and a desire to immerse herself into each piece of literature she reads. An exceptional student in person and embodying all the qualities that we look for in an extraordinary student of English, I am pleased to present this year's Excellence in English Award to Rory Haggerty.
No tears, no tears. Thank you. Keep going.
One of the most fulfilling facets of education is student growth and improvement. Whether it be an increased work ethic, a significant advancement in skills, or an unparalleled commitment to challenge themselves, these students have come a long way in 4 short years. This year's recipient of the Most Improved in English Award goes to a student who has consistently put forth their best efforts. A student who often flew under the radar, he was diligent about engaging in discussions, asking questions, and taking initiative to ensure that he understood the content. While English may not have always been his favorite subject, he rarely complained. Rather than rushing through an assignment, he was adamant about getting it right and understanding the content. Whether it be reading, a project, or a writing assignment, he was the first to lend a helping hand to his peers in class in order to work collaboratively towards a common goal. These qualities, in addition to his dedication and desire to succeed, have led him to earning this award. I am proud to present this year's Most Improved in English Award to Aaron Marcotte.
You look so happy to be up here.
No.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And hug you.
Thank you, Mrs. Robers. At this time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Jean Rydell from the Foreign Language Department to come present the awards for foreign language.
Can you hear me? I have had the pleasure of knowing the student, the recipient for the Excellence in Spanish since 6th grade. I had her in middle school and had the honor of being her teacher then, as well as since she's been here at BMR. The student consistently demonstrates leadership, creativity, perseverance, academic excellence, and she exemplifies the drive, which is my drive, to stay in the language as much as possible, creating videos and activities with other members of the class to stay in Spanish as much as possible. So it is my pleasure to present the Excellence in Spanish to Rory Haggerty.
Get your chair.
I have also had the pleasure of knowing this student for the outstanding effort since 6th grade as well. He exemplifies great collaboration among whether he works with a partner or in a small group. He works with anyone that is put in his group, and he's so creative with whoever is there, sharing his ideas, always listening to his partners to come up with the best solutions for whatever the project or the activity is. He's always encouraging whoever else is in his group, the group members, to complete whatever the task is. I am pleased to present the outstanding effort in Spanish to Nick Olson, also known as Jaime. And the next award I have is, sorry, is for academic distinction in Spanish. And this student has consistently maintained the highest grade, the highest average for every quarter throughout the year. She always does everything on time, early, every project, every homework assignment, every assessment, everything that is ever assigned, and she works collaboratively and willingly and just outstandingly with everyone. She is a quiet ferocity in the class and has always had excellent results. I'm pleased to present the academic distinction to Tori Monroe.
All right, folks, it's way, way too quiet out there. Let's go. Let's have a little fun. Thank you, Mrs. Rydell. All right. This is a celebration, so let's get to it. I'll be presenting today for the mathematics department for Mr. Rowe. The first recipient of this math award is a consummate gentleman and a well-balanced student, musician, and athlete. He is equally comfortable playing bass in the jazz band as he is blocking on the football field. He solves different equations differently. For all those reasons, the Excellence in Mathematics Award goes to Adam Rockwell. Congratulations. Attaboy, Rock. The next award from the math department is called the Outstanding Effort in Mathematics. The student we have chosen for this award has shown consistent effort and improvement throughout his BMR career. It is hard to even describe how far the student has grown in 4 years. And in not just mathematics, folks. This award is for outstanding effort in mathematics goes to Jack Stafford. Attaboy, Jack. Put some hustle in you. At this time, I'd like to call Ms. Kelly McCrum and Ms. Michaela Pellin up for the Science Awards.
I've had the pleasure of having this student in my classroom for 3 of her 4 years at BMR. However, the year I didn't have her as a student, she did visit me quite frequently, so it was very much like I had her as a student. With me, she has taken honors bio, AP biology, and she also worked as an intern in my room where I really put her to work as best I could. Outside of her time in my classes, she also has taken honors anatomy and phys, honors forensics, honors chemistry, and biomedical science. You get the idea. Well, there are many qualities that I could comment on for her. I will focus on the one that I feel is her best attribute, this being her ever-present smile and consistent optimism. While we all have the right to have a bad day, I do not believe I have ever seen her show it. She has always entered my room with a smile and a good attitude, ready to be in the moment. AP Biology in particular is a challenging course that requires a lot of time and commitment, and I can say without hesitation that she was fully committed from day one to the end, always trying her best and not letting the rigor of the course weigh her down. She has shown a true passion and commitment for the sciences for all 4 years of her time at BMR, and it is my pleasure to present her with this well-deserved award in recognition of her accomplishments. And I personally will miss her dearly. We wish her the best of luck at UVM next year. It is my great honor to present this award in excellence to Kaylee Bell.
The Academic Distinction in Science Award goes to a student who has taken advantage of the many science classes we offer at BMR. This year's recipient has taken most of our electives and excelled in them. I personally have taught her twice, but I wish I could teach her 100 more times. The first time I had her was a junior in my anatomy class, and I was immediately blown away by her work ethic. I could just listen to her reviewing for my exams, and I already knew she was going to ace them because she remembered every detail of anything we ever learned. Every assignment she turned in was nearly perfect, and I kept a lot of her projects as examples to use for future years. She's never afraid to participate, always asking or answering questions, and communicating with myself and her peers. I always felt like I was talking to another colleague and not a student because she is so mature and respectful. These skills will help her as she moves towards her goal of becoming an occupational therapist, which I have no doubt she will be amazing at. It is my pleasure to announce that this award goes to Jenna Nimzik.
Next, from the Social Studies Department, Ms. Stephanie Dakota.
This first award goes for excellence in world history. This award is given to a student who showed a strong aptitude for world history and consistently demonstrated great effort in all that she did. She also scored an exemplary score on her world history AP exam. This award is given to Madison Gaudette. The second award is Excellence in U.S. History. This award goes to a student that demonstrated exemplary writing skills and an active participation in class, showing excellence in both U.S. History 1 and AP U.S. History, as well as getting a very high score on his AP U.S. exam. This award goes to Reno Coretta. The next award is Excellence in Social Studies. This award goes to a young man that I got to teach this year who has excelled in numerous social studies classes, including psychology, sociology, and criminal law, as well as his required history courses. He's one of the most inquisitive students I've had in a really long time, and I always enjoy seeing which direction his mind would go. He also seems to have an endless supply of chocolate-covered almonds. This award goes to Riley LeBon.
Thank you. See, I wasn't alone. Right?
They're in his pocket.
Last award is Most Improved in Social Studies. I've gotten to teach this young woman for 2 years. She's shown steady improvement in social studies in her time here at BMR. She shows a curiosity and compassion when looking at various issues in both history and psychology. Congratulations to Naomi Dorset.
Thank you. Practice now so you don't fall tomorrow.
Congratulations. Step on the stairs.
I'll be presenting the next award for the Physical Education Department. Back to my roots here. The first recipient is a young lady whose fierce competitiveness and athletic abilities were second to none in all of her PE classes, especially LSM. And if you've seen her play any sport on the athletic field, she is the same. Your effort and attitude will be greatly missed. Congratulations to Lucy Watson. Our second recipient, who's going to race Lucy up here, our second recipient is a young man who has also excelled in various PE classes throughout his 4 years, specifically LSM and Lifetime Sports. He is a true leader by example and made all those around him work harder and play better. Congratulations to Braden McCarthy. And now the awards from the Technology Department. This first award is Excellence in Photography awarded presented to a student who has demonstrated continual photographic process and interest in the subject. This student went above and beyond to take part in class activities and was a student leader amongst their peers. Happy to present the Excellence in Photography Award to Kaylee Bell. The Excellence in Video Production Award is presented to a student who has dedicated themselves to growing their skills and creativity through video production. This student was also dedicated and they took 4 years of video classes. I'm happy to present the Excellence in Video Production Award to Kyra Ganketh.
And I'll fix that name by tomorrow.
The Excellence in Media Arts Award is presented to a student who has shown growth and potential in the visual arts. This student was a hard worker who was willing to put in the time and effort to get things done. I'm happy to present this award, the Excellence in Media Arts Award, to Travis Duquette.
Nice job, buddy. Congratulations.
The Excellence in Printing Technology. This senior has excelled in all things printing and graphic design. During his time at BMR, he took video game design, graphic design, and 2 years of professional practice in graphic design. He is also the yearbook editor-in-chief, designing the cover and many pages for a stellar 2023 edition of Unitas. This year's winner of the Excellence in Printing Technology is Caden Boomhauer.
See, I got the editor-in-chief in there.
The next award is the Excellence in Graphic Design. This senior has excelled in her graphic design courses. She took graphics design and 2 years of professional practice in graphic design. She excelled in all those classes and really shined in her after-school extracurricular activities. As the editor-in-chief this year, she mastered the layout. This year's winner of the Excellence in Graphic Design Award is Tori Monroe. The next award is Technology Education Student of the Year for 2023, PLTW. At this time, I would like to recognize a model student in the area of technology education. This student has exhibited excellent academics in both robotics and pre-engineering. He has displayed leadership qualities with many assigned challenges throughout the school year. It is my pleasure to acknowledge this year's outstanding student in the area of technology education. Please join me in awarding this to Adam Rockwell. The Art Award. This student, quiet, calm, and kind demeanor only accentuates her true ability and talent in art. Her artistic excellence can be seen in every piece she produces. Beyond her given talent, she is also willing to work diligently and practice to improve on her abilities, from taking summer programs to AP Art in her junior year. It is because of this commitment to the arts that Crystal Boulay is being awarded this award in visual arts.
Thank you.
And at this time, it is my honor to introduce from the music department, Mr. Todd Schaefer.
So, unlike most years when we do 2 awards, this year's senior class just had way too much talent to only give out 2. I'm only giving out 3, but still, you all deserve one. Music students, what you guys have done is incredible. The family members know that. They've been witnessing it. I'm sure some of you that are not family members of these senior musicians know that, but this is quite an incredible group. The first Excellence in Music Award goes to a student that has won every award and recognition possible in the Northeast United States, including a few national honors. She has created a legacy in this program that will last a long time, if not forever. She's gotten top scores in Central Massachusetts for 6 years. She's been an all-state trumpet player for 4 years. She performed with the All-Eastern Orchestra in Rochester, New York back in April. She's marched with the Macy's All-American Thanksgiving Marching Band in New York City, and more. That's on top of the dozens of times giving back to the community through performances. She has also been a featured musician of every ensemble she has performed with. The recipient is Tori Gervais. The second Excellence in Music Award goes to a student who has been driving this percussion section since he was a freshman. He has been part of our winter percussion team, returning to the competitive circuit after a 5-year hiatus and making huge strides in 3 seasons. He was also the president of our Triumph chapter this year, implementing a first ever Friday afternoon 4th and 5th grade beginner band help session that was a huge success and giving up almost every one of his Friday afternoons. He gives up countless hours helping out across the music department, and he has for years, basically being my right-hand man. The second recipient is Hunter Lockwood Letourneau. The third Excellence in Music Award goes to a student who's been an integral part of the music program for 6 years. She has not just participated in jazz ensemble, brass choir, been a featured musician in marching band, and had several solos in wind ensemble. She has also received top honors in the state, this year being the principal trombone of the Central District Symphony Band, receiving one of the highest scores. She's also been accepted as an all-state trombone player twice being in my career the first trombone player to ever do that. The third award goes to Amanda Vanaco. One at a time.
Take that award back. Thank you, Mr. Schaefer. Thank you, Mr. Shaver. Now to present the BMR Effort Award, Mr. BMR himself, Tim Sullivan.
Thank you, but we all know you're Mr. BMR. Good evening, and congratulations to all our award recipients and graduates. It's my distinct honor to begin a new tradition tonight. We're giving the BMR Effort Award to two students who've shown consistent academic effort through difficult circumstances. Our first two recipients have been through a lot. From personal struggles to the difficulty of COVID learning, these two have worked hard and been successful. Our first recipient was involved in a terrible accident and then transferred into the district in middle school. He was a shy, anxious boy who didn't like to write. He's grown into a caring, friendly man who still doesn't like to write very much, but has improved so much that at his last meeting, he announced that he'd be attending college. And he achieved what every student in our programs works towards, no longer being qualified for extra services. This student should be very proud of his accomplishments. It is my pleasure to give the BMR Effort Award to our first co-recipient, Colby O'Neill.
Miss Sullivan, you didn't have to.
But yes, I did.
Thanks.
Our next award winner also came to us from another district, this time as a 9th grader. When we met, she was quite shy and a bit anxious, and she really kept to herself. She was respectful, would nod her head and do her work, but only speak to ask for help. Once she started to express herself in writing, it was stunning. She has grown into an expressive, kind, and caring woman with hopes and dreams that she now expresses not only in writing, but verbally as well. Again, a person with a lot to be proud of. Our other co-recipient of the inaugural BMR Effort Award is Carly Montesinos.
Oh, God, I forgot how to
Wait. Slow down.
I love
And our final academic award, the National Honor Society Service Award. Might even help if I could see it a little better. Don't laugh, you'll get there someday. Service to others is the primary function of the National Honor Society. This year's Service Award is being presented to a student who has displayed a great amount of ambition and dedication to helping others, really to helping everyone. Her service goes beyond taking part in the required NHS activities. She is always the first one to volunteer her time for school and community events, and she does so with sincerity, grace, and a very big smile. I'm proud to present the Service Award to the National Honor Society Historian, Service Coordinator, Mackenzie Bisbee. And at this time, I'd like to introduce again Dr. DeFalco.
Hello again. I have the distinct pleasure and honor of recognizing our recipients of our community awards. The first is the Central Massachusetts Athletic Directors Association Award. This award is given to 2 students based on athletic proficiencies, scholarship achievement, citizenship, leadership, and contributions to the school and community. The recipients are Molly McCaney and Lucy Watson. The next award is the Daughters of the American Revolution. The Daughters of the American Revolution Award rewards the qualities of dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism in the home, school, and community. Our student was selected by his teachers because he possesses these qualities. The recipient is Adam Rockwell. The Massachusetts Association of School Superintendents Award for academic excellence. This annual award honors seniors across the state who have demonstrated distinguished academic performance, leadership, and dedication to the school or the organization. This year's recipient is Tori Jarvik. Our next award is the Massachusetts School Administrators Association Student Achievement Award. In recognition of students with outstanding contributions to their school, the recipients are this year Kaylee Sacco and Carter Trescott. Railing. Be careful. Congratulations. Thank you. Nice job. Carter, nice job. Careful. Use the railing. The heels and the stairs are freaking me out. Next up, we have the Society of Women Engineers, the Boston section. Each year, this award celebrates those young women who have attained high grades in both mathematics and science courses, with the anticipation of encouraging these women to become innovators and leaders in both work and life. The recipients are Natalia Zerwanka, Tori Jarvay, and Emily Healy. Thank you.
Now, the scholarship portion of our program, recipients needed to fill out an application, which in some cases included an essay to write for these pieces, and we do have some members of the audience who will be presenting as well. The first scholarship is the BMR School Staff Scholarship. This is awarded to 2 students who plan on attending college, have contributed positively to the school, showing their spirit and strong in academics. And the winners are Mackenzie Bisbee and Crystal Boulay. The BMR chapter of the National Honor Society Scholarship in the amount of $250 is awarded to a member who shows excellence in the 4 pillars of the organization, which are scholarship, leadership, service, and character, is a role model not only to membership but also to the entire student body. You've seen her once or twice, Tori Gervais. If Kathy Provost and Michael Struzik, children of Joe Struzik, are in the audience. Excellent. The Joseph Struzik Memorial Student Athlete Scholarship Award is named for a very special man. He was the school's first social studies department head, its first athletic director, a man of tireless efforts on behalf of his students, his community, and his fellow man. He was very active in most school and community activities. He passed away in 1986 after a courageous battle with cancer. The award recognizes individuals in the senior class who have excelled in the classroom, on the athletic field, and displayed outstanding citizenship, attitude, and involvement in school. Besides a $300 scholarship donated by Joe's children, Kathy and Michael, each recipient will have their picture in the case in the front of the school. The award winners are Madison Gaudette and Jenna Nimzik.
You got it?
Picture.
Send me that.
Would our school resource officer, Joseph Nimzik, please report to the podium? To the main office, please. Officer Nimzik is here to present the Blackstone Police Union Scholarship in the amount of $500. This scholarship is presented to a student from Blackstone going into the police or corrections area or helping profession. This award is given to, this scholarship is awarded to Elijah Ryan. Hold on. Very convenient out there. The next scholarship in the amount of $500 is the Blackstone Ambulance Association Scholarship, which requires a student going into the medical field to receive this scholarship. And this award goes to Tori Monroe.
Congratulations.
Could I please have Jamie Fowler and Mary Beth Hagan from the Blackstone Lions Club join me? The Blackstone Lions has chosen to reward a senior who has volunteered time and energy to benefit the community through community service while maintaining successful grades. This year's recipient of a $500 scholarship goes to Abigail Marino.
Where do I go? Come over here.
If Mr. and Mrs. James Gaudette are in the audience. Perfect. The next scholarship is the Corey Edward Gaudet Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $500. Corey was a 2012 graduate who battled brain cancer throughout his junior and senior years, passing away on August 19th, 2012, just 4 days after his 18th birthday. He inspired many with his amazing spirit, strength, never give up attitude. His parents founded Corey's Crusaders, a nonprofit organization to assist other families with children battling brain cancer, fund much needed research, as well as fund the Corey Edward Gaudet Memorial Scholarship. The only requirement of this scholarship is that a student must possess a never give up attitude. I am pleased to announce the winner is Kylie Sacco. The Wilfred Willie Bacon Memorial Scholarship is named in honor of Willie Bacon, who was a Charger through and through. As a dedicated employee, he did so much to make everyone's day easier. Behind the scenes, he always supported our students, which went unknown to many. Secretly, he paid for dance tickets, lunches, snacks, and always donated to student fundraisers. Willie created a custodial scholarship for our graduating seniors to recognize a student who exemplifies and models grit and persistence throughout his or her high school career. The name of this scholarship has been changed in memory of Willie. The impact he has had on our students and staff at BMR will always be remembered, and he will dearly be missed, particularly the chocolates that he used to leave on my desk all the time. Love that. The $500 scholarship winner is Sierra Grabowski.
You get the money first. Money first.
The BMR Superintendent Scholarship in the amount of $500 is awarded to a student who has excelled academically and has made a strong, positive contribution to the school. This winner is Emily Healy. The road leading to BMR is named Frederick J. Stone Drive. This is for one reason. BMR was very important to Mr. Stone, and he dedicated a great deal of time and effort to making sure BMR was a top-rated school while serving on its school committee. It was so important to him that he became a member of the committee even before his children, Jim and Catherine, entered kindergarten. He served on the board for 26 years and was chairman for many of those years. Mr. Stone sadly passed away on July 3rd, 2019, after a courageous battle with prostate cancer. His family would like to keep his love for education and learning alive with these scholarships to two very deserving BMR students. The award in the amount of $500 goes to Ella LeClaire and Adam Rockwell. Jim Lauren was an active member of the Blackstone Millville community, whether coaching softball, participating in the pit crew for the BMR marching band, or just being present at every sporting event his family participated in. We lost Jim from this world unexpectedly on October 24th, 2019. In Jim's memory, the Blackstone Millville St. Andre Bessette Knights of Columbus Council, number 15829, has established this scholarship in his honor. The recipient of a $500 scholarship goes to Tori Gervais. The BMR Educators Association Scholarship in the amount of $500 is awarded to 2 students who plan to go into education or is the son or daughter of a member of the association. This year's winners are Sarah Poirier and Jack Stafford. The BMR School Committee Scholarship is given to a prospective teacher and or son or daughter of a member. This is in the amount of $500 and is awarded to Madison Gaudette and Amanda Vanaco. It's a very rowdy bunch behind me. The BMR High School Administrator Scholarship is awarded to students who are planning on attending college, have contributed positively to the school, and have shown persistence and determination. Outstanding academics or other strong character qualities were also considered. We have 4 award recipients. In the amount of $500, Caden Boomhauer. Natalia Zerwanka, Rory Haggerty, and Camilo Garcia Calderon. I'm not stealing his money. Thanks, Paige. I think I'm funny too. What'll be funny is watching this video playback. Okay, the Dean Bank Scholarship is awarded to a student based on academic enthusiasm, potential, and vision for success. The amount of $500 is awarded to Madison Drew and Tamara Wanya. Superasa worked in the BMRSD nutrition department for 25 years, primarily at the high school. She knew many of the students from her years working at the Blackstone Valley Boys and Girls Club and was always happy to see them again when she came to the high school. She loved making food for her students to enjoy and always greeted them with a smile. Sue continued working during the COVID-19 pandemic, even while undergoing chemotherapy for an aggressive form of cancer. She maintained a positive attitude and a desire to help until the very end. Sue passed away May 1st, 2021, and will be missed by the BMRSD staff and students. This scholarship is awarded to a senior who is pursuing a career which involves helping others or is a son or daughter of a support member staff. The award in the amount of $1,000 goes to Sarah Poirier. Sneakers are fine.
Only get a pistol?
Okay, fine. If I could call Father John LaRoche and Deb Campano from Divine Mercy Parish to join me. The Divine Mercy Parish at St. Paul's twice treasured thrift store scholarship. I practiced that. This scholarship was created to give back to the Blackstone Millville community for the support of the thrift store. The scholarship is awarded to a high school student who has been accepted into a college and shows academic achievement, leadership skills, as well as displays that they have volunteered in their community in many capacities which are available. This scholarship was developed to help deserving students fulfill their dreams of entering college and enriching the communities that they will live following graduation.
BMR!
Emily Bama.
Did Isabella tell you?
No, she didn't.
It was a surprise.
Picture or word?
Congratulations.
Be careful behind you.
Thank you.
Yes, don't step back.
I will be.
Ready? Congratulations. James and Ignatius rose through the ranks to assisting managing editor for the Woonsocket Call in his 38 years with the newspaper. He cared deeply about the important issues of the day and about bringing them home to the community he served. His gentle spirit and strong work ethic has had a lasting effect on his family members who seek through this scholarship to keep his memory alive and to perpetuate the high journalistic standards that he set for himself and his craft. This scholarship is given in his memory by his family to a student pursuing a career in journalism, media communications, or writing. The $1,000 scholarship winner is Amanda Vanaco. Andrew Kelly was an outstanding student athlete from BMR's class of 1982 who died unexpectedly from viral heart disease at age 21. His friends and family remember his quick smile and infectious laugh, his zest for life, and most of all, his kind heart and generous spirit. These two $1,000 scholarships are awarded to deserving BMR graduates in Andrew's memory. The winners are Kaylee Bell and Molly McKinnon.
Yes.
Our final scholarship of the evening is the Unibank Scholarship, which is a one-time scholarship awarded to a student based on their character, involvement in school or community activities, financial need, and academic achievement. Presenting this award is Matthew Catalano, the branch manager of Unibank. The $2,000 scholarship winner is Tori Gervais. I'd like to turn the program back over to our senior class president, Jenna Nimzik.
This concludes our ceremony for the evening. Thank you all for being here tonight to celebrate us. Right underneath A-Wing in the courtyard, I invite you all to the reception social where there will be snacks and many photo opportunities. As of right now, I would also like to invite you all to graduation tomorrow night, June 2nd, which will be anywhere from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., weather permitting.
We're going to figure it out.
Thank you.
Guys, only the musicians. Only the musicians. Only the musicians. We practice this. Guys, stay in line. Thanks, Jen. You good enough to carry.
I'm listening. We're listening. No, right now.
Hey, you have 3 spots now from your cousin on this street. You know how hard that was to keep that quiet? All right, once the music starts, you lead them out. Ready? Ready, guys? Wait for Jenna. And...
Folks, if you would leave the aisle, please. We still need to exit. Thank you.
Finally, the sun goes behind me.
Yeah, that flag kept blowing. I'm trying to slide it. All right, guys, come on. Make sure you get out your parents down.
Thank you.